Last episode with Sydney, he helped Memphis go on an impressive 7-game winning streak. That still isn't over, by the way. I like the way he's playing right now. We're seeing him get some more singles, and I think maybe this is just variance kind of evening out after seeing very few base hits to begin his time here at AAA. But he's been just playing really good all-around baseball, and we have around a month left to go in the season. September call-ups are also not that far away. Could Sydney get called up? Well, the next step is really getting on the 40-man roster. He's the 4th highest rated player at AAA, and if we check out the player card and the contracts, we can see he's not yet on the 40-man roster. So they would have to make a move there first before calling him up. Hey, maybe if we get that gold archetype unlocked, though, we'll have a chance at getting there. He is a 91, or at 91 points right now. We just need 9 more. So 2 plate appearances gets you 3. And then probably going to need some extra base hits. And 8 hits in total if we want to see this happen today. Let's go with the contact drill. I haven't done this one here in a little while. This is like the only time I hit with a PCI. But I actually thought about turning it on just to check out if I can handle it or whatever. I feel like I understand the hitting much more than I have in the past. They're giving me some just meatballs here to start out. I love it. Perfect. Inside. Perfect. We're bronze with 30 seconds left to go. I think we can get gold on this one. What does that need? Like 12K or so? A few more perfects. And we should be there. Silver. Inside. Oh, what's it gonna take here? I feel like this is a solid run. I don't even have gold, though. 16, 17, 1?
As hitters make their way through the minors up the professional ladder, being able to recognize pitches becomes more and more important to your success as a hitter. And who's better qualified to talk about that than Sean Casey, career .302 hitter at the major league level, MLB Network analyst. Case, thank you so much for joining us on this. How do hitters work on pitch recognition at the minor and major league levels? How do you develop that skill?
Well, I think it is a skill, and I think that's the big part of it, Ben, is that you really have to learn to see the baseball. You really have to learn to slow things down. I know for me, as I moved up, guys got tougher with the ball moving in the zone late. Cutters, changeups faded more. Two-seamers ran more. So for me, it was really about seeing the ball early in the release point and then also seeing it late. Those last 5 feet are crucial for a hitter and to be able to recognize the pitch. So see it early, see it late, and be ready to hammer it.
Were there any pitchers or pitches that you had a very particularly difficult time handling?
Yeah, you know what? The tough pitches I had were sometimes I was a lefty hitter, so lefty on lefty. When I had that good lefty that could crisscross the plate, he would throw me a two-seamer in, right, and kind of lock me up, and it would open up the outer half of the plate, so then he would throw me that slider. So any lefty that had a good sinker and a good slider, they gave me fits personally.
And I'm noticing that pitch recognition is getting a little more difficult as we face AAA pitching as opposed to AA. I think for me, getting used to that skill in the show and avoiding striking out, what made it so much easier is just understanding how are they trying to get you out and what pitches do you struggle with, because they're going to keep throwing those. And what counts can you expect to see those pitches? We got 2 on here. Driving a run. I like it. Simple. Fastball, curveball, changeup, fastball. And make sure, like, when you have an at-bat when you're playing, that you just take a look at what the pitcher's arsenal is. So you can already, you know, I'm not going to see a slider or anything like that. I'm going to see fastballs and then, you know, a curveball that's going to go north and south. I only have to be prepared for so much. That's tapped to the right side. It's not impressive, but it will drive in a run. And it looks like we have a challenge completed here to start the episode. Cool. But we do trail to go into at-bat number 2. Nashville leads 2-1. We have 7 straight victories here. We've gotten ourselves into the playoff hunt now, but there's still a lot of work left to do. Missing 2 times away. The other thing, too, is just understanding that with these pitches in general, too, if it's not a fastball, whatever it is going to give you a little more time to react. That's high. So a few easy takes here to start the at-bat. Not even close. Still green light. But that's top of the zone. I don't do well in that area. I'm not even sure what the hot-cold zones are, but up and in is definitely cold for me. That's drilled to short. And Sid is out. Jonathan Davis puts this one in the air. That's a long run. I don't think we're going to get to it. Or maybe. Sydney with a long run keeps this a 1-run ball game. And we'll see if we can tie it up. 2 down here in the 6th. I hope we have good speed there at second base. But Sydney's exactly who you want up in this spot. Ooh, changeup low. Followed up that low fastball with the changeup, and now a tough 0-2 count. And we get the fastball down the middle. See, I'm late on that there because I'm a little more trying to avoid the strikeout. So trying to look at it a little bit longer to be a little more sure of what the pitch is, but it's an easy pitch and end up being late on this one as well. Sydney unable to come through, unfortunately. We'll see if somebody else can before the 9th inning. We got 3 in the 7th. That is fantastic. We could actually make this an 8-game winning streak. All right, vision or vision? Do we want to hit or swinging discipline? Yeah, I can probably handle this one. Fastball, slider, changeup. If he throws me a first pitch low changeup, I gotta lay off. Ball 1. Sydney now a 69 overall. Pretty nice to be near 70. And that is hammered foul. Out in front, that might have just cost the challenge. Yep, just below the strike zone there. Good pitch, too. 1-2. I knew we couldn't get 2 in a row to start the episode. That's never going to happen. Full count now from Hobie Harris. Trying to lead off the 8th here by getting on base. And that is too high. Sydney reaches for the first time via walk. Trying to get in scoring position now. Not a great jump. Sydney out at second. I think that's the 4th time he's been caught stealing here, but kind of a bad jump and didn't extend the lead out any further. We end up winning the game, though. It's 4-2. Memphis takes their winning streak to 8 games. Sydney just had an off day, and I believe we lost, and the winning streak is over. That's a disappointing way for it to end, but we've been playing some of our best baseball, though, and we are 66-59. So, gotta start a new winning streak, and this game I am going to just see. All right, with the PCI, maybe I'll have a better idea of seeing what I'm seeing. Runner picked off between first and second. He's thrown out, so Sydney now 2 outs, base is empty. Let's give it a chance here. This is just something that I was never able to get used to in the past. Now, I imagine I'm much better at hitting now, and maybe I have more of a chance to actually like it. But we'll see. I know it's kind of the standard way to play. A perfect drive to center. Getting away from the center fielder for a moment. We'll take a base hit. That one, you know, I got lucky. I didn't need to move the PCI for that one. But I've told this story. It's not really a story, but like 10 years ago or so, I wasn't really used to playing the show. I always thought like guest pitch was really gimmicky, and I never liked that feature. I probably didn't realize you could turn a lot of stuff on or off if you didn't like it. But then kind of like PCI and zone hitting was the next evolution for offense, along with pure analog swinging. And that was all stuff that I just couldn't get used to. And it led to me, the only way I could enjoy the show was Road to the Show pitcher, because I couldn't hit. And it wasn't until probably MLB 14 where I'm just like, I want to use X to hit. And I did, and I've been really enjoying the show ever since, really. Top of the 4th inning, and a strike. I don't know, I'll give this a chance, though. Like, I do think more skill-based mechanics makes sense for, like, playing Road to the Show. Like, if I were doing a Road to the Show pitcher, I would not do the classic interface. That's into right field, a base hit. And Sydney makes it 1st and 3rd here for Memphis. But if I were doing a Road to the Show pitcher, I would either use pinpoint or meter. Because at that point, I want it to be a little more skill-based. Whereas when I'm in franchise, I just want the ratings. Base hit right field, 1 run scores, and there are still 2 on, nobody down. But hey, I'm 2 for 2 here. This is going pretty well to start things out. Now, with my usual controls, I use directional interface, which I guess has an inside-outside feel to it. I don't know about y'all, but I never even worry about inside-outside. I'm literally hitting X. I can't do any less and hit the ball. And that is a walk, so we have 1st and 3rd again. So maybe I'm losing a little bit there not doing the inside-out. I don't know. I'm just hitting the way I hit back in All-Star Baseball 2002. You know? Runner thrown out there at 2nd. We've seen a couple players there thrown out. But I have been curious, you know, about if I could handle it in this game. And Sydney, oh my. I misjudged that one a little bit. But I have been curious about all the fouls Sydney has been having. I think the only time I really get frustrated here with my style of hitting that is more ratings-based is fouling off pitches right down the middle with good timing. I know it's going to happen, but it's just felt like it happens a lot. Fastball, changeup, slider, 4-seam. Tap this one. Maybe a chance at an infield single. He's a lefty. And Sydney will reach. He didn't even try. Not even an attempt. Sydney is 3 for 3 here. The bases are juiced now for Chandler Redmond. And this one is lined out to 3rd base. 3 singles in this game. 1st and 3rd, 2 down. Could use that insurance. Ooh, I'm letting these ones go right down the middle, though. Missing inside, Sydney ahead. All sinkers so far. He's got good velocity. Ooh. Yeah, PCI wasn't even close there. I tried to flick it down. I guess I kind of missed. Tap this one to 3rd base, and out with the force at 2nd. One more try. We have 2 more on. They're giving us a lot of chances with runners in scoring position. 2 away here in the 9th. On the ground, and stopped. It will not get a run home, but Sydney will reach for the 4th time in this game. All 4 singles. So Chandler Redmond will try to extend the lead. And this ball is into left field, but it's caught, and we'll go bottom 9. Only up by 1. We got ground out, double, walk, ground out. And we win. So it's the first week of September, and Sydney has not been called up. I think that we just have to play out the rest of this season. And Anthony Santander isn't down here any longer, so I'm guessing he was the one outfielder they called up if they were to call up anybody. And we'll have to wait for our turn with Sydney. That's okay. I think if I had my choice, I wouldn't mind making a debut, like at the start of a season as Sydney slashes one to left center field. You'll notice the PCI back off for this game. Just wanted to give it a try there. But we keep reaching base here with singles. We're just trying to destroy our slugging percentage here, I guess. That one is bounced to third. They'll get Sydney at second. And the average now, for the first time in a while, is back above 300. Still a very respectable OPS as well. Runner at first base. There's the breaking ball missing away. Sydney, a double in his last 5 games. Is that the only extra base hit over his last 5? That is in the air to right center field. Speaking of doubles, we should have at least that here. But Sydney will stay at second, and he drives home the second run for Memphis. He's on a roll right now. Feel like I've been letting so many of these high pitches go, not doing any damage there. And maybe that's why we haven't seen as many extra base hits. Just hitting line drives on pitches lower or grounding balls through in the air to left. And that is the inning, but Sydney gets his damage in. It's 2-0 Memphis. Winners of 8 of our past 9. Well, I think I had to get 8 hits today for that 1 goal. And what was it, 2 or 3 more extra base hits? Might have a chance to get to 100 here before too long. I wish there were more challenges to do, though, and more stuff to track there. It's an interesting idea to have those micro goals along the way. I wish they were kind of highlighted more. 3-2 ball game here in the 7th inning. Sydney's 2 for 3. One more thing, too, about the whole PCI thing. I like the cleaner interface and not having, like, this big yellow blob in the middle of my screen. Does make the game a lot more aesthetically pleasing. 2-2. Smash to right field, and Sydney will leave the building. Haven't seen a home run here in a little while, but it's back. I believe that is number 9, no, number 8. 109.9 exit velocity. So we had the 4-hit day previously, all singles there at the PCI, and now a 3-hit performance, leaving him a triple shy of the cycle. And I thought about going 3 on that double. 429. I did not think the average would continue to climb here to 310. Top of the 9th. One more at bat. A triple shy of the cycle. We've had the grand slam, the walk-off home run. A cycle here in year 1 would complete things for personal accomplishments. Where's the easiest place to get a triple here? Just right center field? Ah, I wanted to hold back on that. I just can't resist a changeup, man. It's like something compels me to swing at it every time. In the air to right center field. He's way underneath it. So unless Nashville rallies and we have a deep extra inning game, I don't think the cycle happens today. You never want the triple to be the last one you need. You want it to be either the single or the homer, I think. But hey, we win the game, and that's what's most important, that we have a chance to play postseason baseball. Oh, looks like we're taking on Ethan Small this time. I currently have him in my Rockies franchise on my main channel. He's a lefty, not an overpowering guy, but he's allowed the first 2 to reach. Yeah, velocity there, just average. Curveball change up off of it. In the air to right field. This one's going back to the track to at least allow that runner at second to tag up. Cannot go to opposite field for the home run this time. We walk, get a run, and make it a 2-run first inning. Good start. We have LJ Newsome on the mound right now. One of our pitchers who seems to do a good job every time he's out there. I'm excited about the future in this organization if Sid can at least, get through this entire mess of outfielders ahead of him. I like the pitching. I like the overall organization. I think that this would be a fun place for Sidney to have a long career if he stays. That's a tough take, but 1-0. 2-0 now from Small. He's broken out the changeup and the curveball. Just wanted that fastball in there, and again, don't capitalize. I have a harder time reading that high pitch, and that's why I'm so late on it. 3-1 against Ethan Small. That is in the air to deep left field, but it doesn't have enough as Sidney was a bit underneath it. Over Sid's head, he's going back deep in center field. There you go, nice play. That's a 420-foot fence in center field. Right at 300 here. No hits in this game. Ethan Small did a good job. He better continue to do so in my franchise. Runner at first. Here's Miguel Sanchez. Ooh, I liked that one. Missing away a couple times here, and Sidney gets ahead again. Runner takes off. I tried to put it in play there. Really wish it was a bit easier to check swing, but I get that's probably pretty difficult to pull off here with simple button input. If I use the analog swing, I bet it would be much more under control, but the thought of learning something new like that when things are working to fix a minor problem doesn't seem worth it. 3-2 again from Sanchez. And that is into right, hit softly for a base hit. And going from first to third and getting there. Runners at the corners now in the 7th inning. Pretty impressive, the stretch we've been on, and it's kind of continuing here, even with Santander not on the team. That ball's drilled to deep center, but it's caught. We tag up and score to make it 6-0. All right, we got one more at-bat today. 6-1 Memphis. We're just playing such good baseball right now. I love the pitching down here. Feels like the Cardinals have a lot going for them in that department. Might have to take a look at some of those ratings for the pitchers once we wrap this game up. 2-0. Going the other way. Sidney with a multi-hit game once again. He'll hold up at first. If there wasn't a runner in front of him, we were definitely trying to stretch that one. Is the big league team perhaps reconsidering their extra additions to the roster, seeing Sidney crush the ball down here these last few episodes? Hitting over 300, still hitting for power. 6-1 Memphis. And that is it for us in the 9th. Just got to hold on. 3 more outs. And that's no problem for this team. Memphis victorious once again. Why don't we get an update on the standings? We're still 8 games back here of the Bulls, who have been playing almost as well as we have. We're 9-1 over our last 10. And in the wild card, we are now in a 3-way tie with the Saints and the Rail Riders. So this hot streak has certainly been paying off for us. We love seeing that. Now, I gotta see the item program, because we've been on a tear with these multi-hit games. 97 points now. Just need 3 more. So 5 plate appearances. That's 1 game. Sometimes. Definitely 2. Or 1 extra base hit. So 1 more game and we can check back to take care of that archetype. But I want to talk about this pitching down here. It just seems every game, all we need to do is score like 4, and we're fine. So, AAA starting pitchers. Brandon Waddle, a 3.8 ERA for him, 117 strikeouts, 1.45 whips, solid numbers. Evan Krukzinski, a little more strikeouts, similar numbers though. LJ Newsome, one of the most impressive, but unfortunately deep potential. And I wish potential just moved more in these games based on performance. Levi Prater hasn't played much, but on the injured list. Michael McGreevy, very solid. None of these guys are really getting the strikeouts at an elite level, but they don't have to. All right, so those were the September moves here by the Cardinals. It is right on the 1st. Move some players from A to AA, AA to AAA, and then Anthony Santander and Lars Nootbaar got recalled. So not only Santander, but another outfielder that isn't Sydney? All right, that's just ridiculous. He already has 72 at-bats up there? D potential. So I guess he played there for them last year a bit. And I guess he's played well. He is higher rated than Sid, so I guess Sydney was further back on the depth chart than I expected. Also, there is Joshua Baez, another center fielder who is on the 40-man. There's a long way to go. So this team is going to have to make some outfield moves. Either Sydney, needs to be traded at some point, or they've got to move some players and give Sydney the chance to play. Because right now, there are at least like 7 or 8 outfielders that seem to be over him. And the thing is, too, is there are a lot of solid starters. Tyler O'Neill, Harrison Bader, Corey Dickerson, Dylan Carlson. Now, there is the DH, so that's obviously a help. As Sydney bounces this one to short, and it's fielder's choice. But ideally, I want it to work out here in St. Louis. I think it was a fun landing spot. It's a team I haven't really done anything with. Not that I've done things with a lot of teams. But I feel like it's kind of a unique choice. A team more right in the middle of things. 2 on here in the 3rd for Sydney, as that is a high ball. Should have been a strike. Out in front that time of the changeup. And a fastball right in there. Wow, comes back with a changeup. Sydney down swinging on that one. A rough at bat, followed up by a home run, so we still increase or get our first lead of the day. Had plenty of good at bats today, so there was one of the worst. Challenge time. Advance a runner, solid contact to advance. Yeah, I want to work on contact is all. What do they consider solid contact? Fouled off. That changeup, was ready for it that time. In the air to right, is that solid contact? At the wall, he's got just enough room to make the catch. I have not given an Elden Ring update here in a little while, but I have been playing the game a bit more. And I beat the first boss, made my way towards Stormvale Castle. Cool area, but a lot of enemies that'll challenge like how far you are in terms of I don't know, just your ability at the game. And I had to go and try grinding out some stuff in another area here. So, I don't know, it's kind of been a little frustrating because I'll go from one area to the next just trying to grind, and I run into more and more things that I just am not able to handle. Maybe I'm getting unlucky with the places I'm choosing, but still making progress at a fast enough rate to keep me interested. You know, I get that it's a tougher game, but as long as, you know, when I sit down to play for like 45 minutes or an hour, can I at least level up or maybe upgrade a weapon or something like that? Feel like I'm making progress and not just looking at strike 3 on the inner third. Come on, man. But as long as I can feel that progression, I think I'll stay interested in it. But I'm having a fun time with it. That is in the air for Sydney. But right now in there, my character is a level 31. Been trying to work on one of the first long swords I found in there. Shallow center, shouldn't be an issue. We're still up 3-1. The pitching is so consistent. We have a pretty good hitting streak here, it feels like, so let's try to extend that quick. That's what I'm talking about. The hitting streak continues. Around first base. Flying into second safely is Sydney. 10th double of the season. I've also been playing some more Gran Turismo 7 lately. I'm still grinding out what they consider to be the main story of the game, and I actually really enjoy it. I feel like that has also been a fun time for me lately as we pick up another 3-1 win. I think I'll go... Yeah, let's check out the Archetype now. That should be boosted. We've made it to the end of the Silver Archetype. I feel like that didn't take as long as the first time. So I'm told if I hit triangle here... Oh, I have to actually see what it is first. So here are the Archetypes. Oh, these are all different names. So, swing for the fences while being a solid all-around hitter focused on power and contact. What we want here to continue our build is the anomaly for power and speed. And there's the comparison. So, power will be boosted a few points more, speed a few points more, and the arm to 73. It doesn't seem like much there, but overall it's going to raise him from a 69 overall to a 74. The gold archetype is now unlocked. We have 4 archetype slots available too. And I imagine that at diamond, the 5th one here would open up. So we have speed 1, contact 2, contact 3. And we could also go back to this power 4 if I want to drop the contact. That's the part I don't like. So why don't we go buy a new perk then? We have some stubs here to spend. And I'll buy this diamond perk, the first one I've had in this game. Power 3 is going to give us 4-point boost to power plus clutch plus arm. And there you go. No negatives. There is like a power 4 I saw that was like plus 6 power but drop contact. I feel like I don't want to drop contact at all. I wonder if we had gotten there before call-ups, if he would have gotten the edge over Lars Nootbaar. But either way, Sydney is now 75 overall with this build, focused on power and speed. And this is all we have left this year, so unless we make the playoffs, then it will go a bit further. But only a handful more series, and we'll be at the end of year 1. Final look at the standings here. Still first place in that wild card spot. So we won 8 straight, lost, and then won 4 straight right afterwards. Still playing great. We were just at 500 not long ago, and now we're 70 and 59. That will bring an end to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on Sydney's progress here in year 1, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a great day.